Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca, and today I'm going to be doing the last 10 book tag. I will leave the creator of the tags information down below in the description so you can check it out, but I saw Vanessa from Paper Fairy do this tag and it seemed like a lot of fun, so I wanted to give it a try. Basically, there are 10 questions and you have to choose the last book that fits that prompt. You'll get it once the questions start going. So number 1 is the last book that you didn't finish. So the last book that I didn't finish was The Diviners by Libba Bray. I have so many books that I have not finished right now, but this is currently the most recent one that I put down. I am 158 pages in and I need to finish it. That's one of my goals for 2019 is to finish The Diviners once and for all. Question number 2 is, what is the last book that you reread? That's Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. I read this in August? September? I don't remember what month. It's part of the Rainbow Reads book club put on by Alex at Pucks and Paperbacks, and this was the book for that month. I actually read this 2 years ago and loved it, and it was so funny because he read it a couple of years ago as well, and then we found out that we had both read it around the same time, and then it was the book for that month. Question number 3 is, what is the last book that you bought? And for me, that is The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I don't know anything about this duology at all. I just know that it has to do with like music and demons. That seems to be the general consensus. And apparently an attempted assassination, which nobody freaking mentioned except for Spencer, which is what was the one thing to like push me over the edge into actually buying this book. Question number 4 is, what is the last book you said you read but didn't? And for me, it is Before I Let Go, or whatever the title is, by Marika Nightcamp. And that's because I got it on NetGalley and I went to give my review of the book and I ended up confusing it with another book that I actually did read, 13 Minutes by Sarah Pinborough, I think that's the author, I could be wrong. And I really liked that book. I don't know, I mixed up the two books and gave a rave review for Before I Let Go, and I didn't even freaking read it. I don't know what happened. NetGalley is so confusing. I have so many books on my Kindle right now that I need to read and I just have not at all. I honestly don't know why publishers keep approving me for books because I'm not freaking reading them. Question number 5 is, what is the last book that you wrote in the margins of? And for me, that's Queens of Geek again. When I reread it, I marked it up a lot more because I was really into marking up my books. Not that I'm not into that anymore. I just misplaced like all of my stuff somehow and stopped marking up any of the other books that I read in 2018. Which is super annoying. I definitely want to get back into annotating my books because I love it so much and I love being able to look back at what my thoughts were while I was reading, so that's definitely going to be something I'm going to try to do in each of the books that I read from now on going into 2019 because I found all of my stuff again, thank goodness, and now I need to use it. Question number 6 is, what is the last book that you had signed? And I'm choosing to go with one that I actually had signed, not just one that I bought a signed copy of, and that would have to be The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I got this when I was at BookCon in 2016. I had it signed before I even read it, and it was like really awkward meeting Maggie and then being like, I actually have not read The Raven Boys yet, but I want to. And then it took me another like year and a half to actually read it. Question number 7 is, what is the last book you lost? And I have one that's currently missing right now and it's driving me absolutely crazy because I lost it somehow in the move, and it is The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I was really looking forward to reading that book and I can't find it anywhere. It's nowhere in the stuff that we brought. I don't know. I'm hoping that it turns up because I was really excited to read that book and I'm devastated. Question number 8 is, what is the last book that you had to replace? The only book that I can think of that like got damaged and I had to replace it was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, but I don't think that I ever bought another copy because the whole like reason that it got destroyed just crushed my soul, so I don't think that I ever ended up buying another copy. So the last book that I used to have as a child and bought another copy of because I got rid of it somewhere along the line is The Secret of the Old Clock by Caroline Keene. This is the first book in the Nancy Drew Mystery series. I love these books when I was growing up because my mom loved these books when she was growing up. And when I was little, I actually read my mom's like original copies of Nancy Drew, and then I had a few of these versions when I got a little bit older, and then I must have gotten rid of them because I didn't have them anymore. And I wanted them. I wanted to start collecting the whole series again, so I started getting them, and I'm really happy to have them now. Question number 9 is, what is the last book that you had an argument over? The only book that I've had a legit argument over is probably The Magicians by Lev Grossman, because I absolutely hated that book and Josh loved it. So we argued a bit over it, me defending my point of view, obviously. An argument that wasn't really an argument was Autobiography, which I just finished and I was having a really hard time getting into, and then Alex basically told me that I would love it and that I needed to read it, and I ended up loving it, and he was like, I told you so. So that was like a little argument that wasn't really an argument. And question number 10 is, what is the last book you couldn't get hold of? And that for me was Radio Silence by Alex Osman, which looking back, I wish that I never had found it, honestly. But I was looking for that book literally for months and I could not find it anywhere. I was so pumped when I actually found it. Ah, how naive of me. So there you guys go. That is the last 10 book tags. I don't know who to tag. I'm really bad at tagging people, so if you want to do this tag, just do it, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!